Hello, I'm going to tell you something about museums, and what we're going to do is look at an object, because what museums really do is collect objects, bits and pieces. They collect them and they record them, so they make notes about what they're like so everybody can compare them to other things, and then they interpret them, which means that they tell other people what they mean and what they're like, and finally they preserve them so that they last in good condition. So all those things. Now I'm going to tell you about one particular object that we've got here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little rose on the top. It's black, so it's possibly made of leather. Looks a bit like leather, but on the other hand it's got probably some cardboard in it as well. It might just be cardboard with a black cover of some sort. Now here's something inside it. Maybe we don't know what these objects are, so we have to study them very carefully and compare them to other ones that are the same or similar. So I wonder what this one is. Here it comes. Very odd, isn't it? It's got silver, and it's got mother of pearl. That's like you get out of a seashell. Oh, and here it's got somebody's name. It's Isabella McNeil. Can you see that? That's the name on the top. Somebody's had the name put on it. Now this bit here is a knife by the look of it. So let's open this part out. Yep, there we are. There's a little knife, like a pen knife. And this part here is very strange. What could that be? So something that goes in someone's pocket, I think. Or handbag, maybe. Isabella, probably a handbag, isn't it? Now, we've done a bit of study into this, and we know what it is. That's a good thing, because it actually belonged to somebody who your teacher, who's my son, and I used to be related to, because she lived about 150 years ago, and this was hers. She was called Isabella McNeil. Actually, she's here. This is her as a child. That's Isabella. She was our great aunt, and that's her sister Grace, who was our great grandmother, and that's their dog. So that's them when they lived. She also had this. This was one of her things. Rather unusual clock, isn't it? Made to look like an Egyptian thing, and these went with it, these obelisks at the side. All carved to look like Egyptian things. So that was something else she had. And she was quite well off then, wasn't she? Because she had a nice painting done of her, and she had this lovely clock, and then here she's one of the little things she owned. Right, we're on to the next stage. Now we've done the recording and looking. Let's interpret it. What does it do? Right, it's a quill maker. It's a quill cutter. So what's a quill? Here's a quill. Got this off a pigeon. Found this out in the garden. You nowadays write with a biro, that kind of thing. But in the old days there weren't biros. 150 years ago there weren't biros. So they had to make their own pens, and this is what they did. This is a quill, how you make it. You see that's got a little shape inside the cutter. It's in the shape of the nib of the pen. Here's another nib of another pen, so you can see the shape that we're looking for. And let's see if this works. So we stick the quill, the feather, into there, up to the end, and then press down the cutter, snap. And do you see? It's cut it to the shape of a quill. Now we need the pen knife. I wonder why it's called a pen knife. Perhaps it's for smartening up quills to make them into pens. I believe that's true. And here, for the pen knife, we need to cut off one side of this quill. Let's hope I don't cut my finger. And there we are. I've got the quill. Let's see if it works. Here's the ink. Put the quill in the ink. Oops, bit scratchy, bit more ink. Didn't work very well, but that's how it all works. That's the quill maker. And you can get things like that in museums. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye.